friends. Hello and welcome back. Everyone's having a lovely day. We're going over the roster update for, what is the date? May the 17th today. Gonna go over some guys we think are gonna get upgrades, guys we think are gonna get some downgrades. The downgrade some interesting ones always, but I think it's getting close to that time. Got to be careful with some guys. You're stockpiling them. Maybe just have a couple laying around. Maybe just using a player. Something to be mindful of there. We're gonna start with Ranger Suarez. Actually, Ranger Suarez, a guy that had pretty good potential at an upgrade here. I really like the potential upgrade, to be honest here, but just something to note. I'm not buying him. Probably one of those guys. It feels like a trap to me. You look at him right now. 15.19 is the price he's going for, and that's typical gold player, a little over typical gold player value. And here's the thing, he got upgraded last update, which makes it a little bit more difficult to get an upgrade back-to-back times, but he could very well. I mean, he's a guy that 0.97 ERA, 0.73 whip, 36 Ks out of just under K per 9 innings, and that span this season. The questions I have with Ranger Suarez again is 4.50 ERA last season. He put a lot of weight into what happened last season, especially as a 28-year-old pitcher. And I think for that, maybe if he's a really good pitcher last season and they have him lower and he just lighten it up this season, it's like, all right, better chance. But for a +3, seems really unlikely he's going to get +3. Could he be +1? Sure. +2? Sure. +3 seems like a really big stretch. And if he doesn't get that +3, then you're saying, okay, we need him to string together 3 more weeks of really good starts. And can he do that? Or is he going to have a couple outings where he gives up 3-4 runs, because that's just going to completely plummet his chances. He's going to go back down to quick as a gold player. So we're kind of avoiding him. We're going to move over to Minnesota. Looking at the Minnesota Twins catcher, I believe, been tearing it up this season. A little bit lower right now on the tier. 76 overall silver. Ryan Jeffers. Will he get the +4? We'll see. He's got a lot of room to grow here. I mean, this guy's 7 home runs, 25 RBIs, 337 average in the last month. I mean, he's on a 30 home run pace. Lots of room to grow on the power, lots of room to grow on the contact. And the big question again is, do we see guys, when do we start seeing some fielding attribute updates? We might get further news later this week. It might be pushed around for another 3 weeks. We'll see. But for a guy like that, I like the flyer on him for that particular value. And again, for a silver, you can always just resell him for 300 if things don't work out for him, 300-400. So I like the flyer on Ryan Jeffers there for a chance at a gold. We're gonna go to it's funny because we were just talking about it, right? It was like the chance of a guy getting 2 upgrades in a row, very slim. But we're gonna talk about Tarik Skubal, because he just went diamond last upgrade. And the reason I'm gonna bring him up is because if it does happen where you get the back-to-back upgrades, he ain't gonna be an 88. I would be very surprised if he was an 88 overall, but he can go to an 86. He can go to an 87. I mean, this is a guy over the so far this season, 49 innings pitched, 60 Ks, and the last month he just 2 outings ago, 12 Ks and 6 innings pitched. He dominating. So far this season, he still has a 2.02 ERA, 0.86 whip on the season, and we see K per 9 innings at that sort of level, and he's only at a 74 here. I see room for him to grow. And at 3K, he's quick sell, right? He can't go any cheaper than he is. You can buy him up, quick sell if you have to. I mean, he's still selling for 3,500, a couple hundred coin stubs profit there. But he's definitely not downgrading. So I love the low risk, high reward here. Chance to make, a quick K or 2 in quick sell if he does get the upgrade in Tarik Skubal. Let's talk about, probably the favorite right now as far as upgrades to a diamond's concerned. And still a lot of meat on the bone here. 255.7 is the buy now price. And again, we were just talking about 3K quick sell. He is an 84, so he could potentially go up 2 overall points. He can go up 3. Oh, Gunnar Henderson. This might be where the price is right now. Could be the steal of the roster updates this season. Because why he's still 25.555, I'm not sure. Because he get, again, 87 easily. And we're going to bring it up because let's take a look at this man's stats. 84 by 60, 95 by 54. Very weak against the left-handers are his stats. Let me talk about them left-handed stats. This season, he's batting .317, 4 home runs versus left-handed pitching. That it comes out to about 1 home run per 15 ABs. That's opposed to his 1 home run per 11.5 ABs against righties. So definitely, that's not, the stats aren't lining up. The stats aren't stats. And the reason, he wasn't as strong against him in previous years. He was a young player. He's a young player that's got a lot of room to grow. And when you're batting .317 against the lefties this season, you don't have a 60 contact. Again, I love the Gunnar Henderson buy here. Love it. Let's talk about our last player here, guy golden opportunity to downgrade because he just relies so much on one thing. and he ain't doing it. That's Matt Olson, the home run ball. 104 by 79 on the power. 72 by 56 on the contact. He's a guy that's batting 195 on the season, 145 in the last month. He's got 1 home run in the last month, 4 home runs in the season. It has just not been a good start for Matt Olson. And again, when you're a bronze fielding first baseman, you rely very heavily on at least maintaining those power numbers. I can see where they can say, oh, maybe we'll be patient with the contact. It's not that high in the first place. But when you're a power hitter, 1 home run, 1 month, Matt Olson, prime candidate to see the downgrade. Make sure you don't have any of those laying around. I would sell them. Nonetheless, though, that is going to wrap things up for this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.